Hey guys, this episode is a bit of a different one. So we just want to let you know up front that we will be talking about perinatal mental health and that there will be discussions on pregnancy loss, suicide and mental health.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Now We're Talking Baby.
For this week's episode, we have a bit of a more serious topic of conversation, I'd say, wouldn't you?
I would say,
Yeah. It's just something we have been wanting to touch on because it's such, a huge and important part of pregnancy and post-pregnancy. I know we've spoken so much about the journey of the pregnancy and what we've been going through during pregnancy, but I feel like it would be good to speak about, what happens after.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've got a expert coming on today. Her name's Annie, and she is a perinatal mental health expert.
I think it's just going to be a very interesting and important conversation that I'm glad we're having, and I think it's something that needs to be raised.
Yeah,
awareness
for sure.
needs to be raised for 100%, and I think it's good just also for us to know about it as well.
Yeah, because I believe it's really common.
It is very common, yeah, and again I don't think enough awareness has been brought to it, so it'd be good to get her on and hopefully to chat about a charity as well. So we'll chat all about that when she comes on. How are you feeling?
This is the first week, I might have said this last week, but this is definitely the most pain for this week.
You're
for
struggling
me.
a bit now, aren't you?
Yeah, my pubic bone is on fire.
Yeah, the bush area.
That is the pubic area.
Yeah. Your bush is on fire.
But it only makes sense, how big's the baby now?
Oh, you got 3 kg on your bush.
Well, that is a really lovely way of putting it. Thank you.
3 kilograms on your bush.
3 kilograms on my bush right now. So basically, every time I move or get up to walk, it's just a constant ache, but a massive ache, to the point where I'm doing that icky walk.
Yeah, you're still not as bad as I've seen other people do it. Do you know what I mean? You're still okay. And you still look great. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
And everyone keeps telling you look beautiful.
Thank
so
you.
you're doing
I've
something
really not tried today. I just thought, you know what? I'm 4 weeks away. I don't want to put makeup on.
Yeah. Well, you could come at any time now.
I know.
It's mental. We've got to have a hospital bag with us at all times.
I know. We still haven't done the hospital bag. Me and Cam actually had a huge argument about this the weekend.
Oh, we did. Right. So we were driving down to Wales. I think we told you all in the last podcast. We're going down to a wedding, right? And I said to Em, I'm not leaving on Friday until you have your hospital bag packed. Just in case anything happened in Wales. Very small chance, but in case anything happened, I wanted us to be prepared. Not just for me, for you, for the baby, for all of us. And she was like, no, there's no point. It's not going to happen. I was like, you don't know that. And then you said to me, you were like, oh, so I went ahead and I packed it myself. You're like,
no, you always do this. You just miss out vital parts of every story.
Go on, please fill
no,
it
it was just, because you get so frantic and we were late to go Wales anyway. I just finished packing for the wedding, for your best friend's wedding, and I just packed, got everything ready, and you're frantically wailing around I'm not leaving until you've packed your hospital bag.
I don't think that's a bad thing to do.
Yeah, but listen,
Thank you, Ben. Thank you. See, everyone knows. Even my parents were like, no, Cam was in the right.
Okay, but
you're in the wrong. Just accept you're in the wrong.
Listen, fine. If I had more time, I'd have loved to pack my hospital bag. But the fact of the matter was, I didn't have any time. And I wasn't going to waste half an hour packing a bag when I know I wasn't going to give birth that weekend.
You didn't know that.
I do know
all
that.
All it meant was another half an hour, half an hour less
I knew
at
that
my dad's.
within myself because I haven't had my maternity shoot yet. I haven't had my baby shower
yet.
Yeah,
that was it. So it wasn't the right time for you. But it's not up to you. He might want to come now. He might come now, and then you're like, I don't have my maternity shoot. He doesn't give a fuck about our maternity shoot. He just wants to come out. He wants to be out in the world. All right, you just got to accept that, okay? Sometimes things don't go to plan.
I know, but listen, I do want to pack my hospital bag. It's to the point now where I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? If you don't pack it tonight, I'm going to shit in your toilet, and I'm not going to flush it.
Your life would not be worth living.
Dad mode is activated now. I'm not fucking around. We need to be ready.
I know.
Okay, because it's not about me. That's the thing. Me packing that bag wasn't me being a dick. It was me.
No, I know. But I was stressed, and I didn't need you to be in my ear.
Oh, you didn't need me in your ear. I packed the wrong nappies, apparently.
Yeah. So anyway, I just said to him, I was like, listen, if you want to pack my hospital bag so badly, you fucking do it.
I packed a good bag.
No, he packed size 3-month-old nappies.
He'll fit in them.
He's a newborn.
Yeah, fine.
To be fair, you did pack little mittens and socks,
I did
which
pack
was so
mittens.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't pack my hospital notes. You didn't pack.
I forgot that.
You didn't bring the car seat. so we couldn't have brought
Yeah,
the
well,
baby home.
I would have bought a car seat.
This is what I said though. We could have bought anything when we were there.
No, not we. I would have had to buy everything.
Once.
Getting one car seat, fine, but having to go around and do a little baby haul right when you're in hospital, that's not what I want to do.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, that was a bit of hoo-ha.
Yeah, but the wedding was nice.
Wedding was very fun. You went to bed a bit earlier than everyone because obviously for Em, like, she can't drink, she can't really like get up and dance and stuff because she's big now. So, but you were you had 2 puddings, didn't you?
Well, yeah.
You had my pudding, so you ate good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a positive.
Okay, thanks. But then I threw it all up.
Yeah. So
Cam's dad gave me food poisoning.
No, Dad. Dad did not.
It was a bloody seafood paella, which he cooked when he was pissed out of his head.
It wasn't that pissed.
And I knew, and we were eating outside in the dark, and I could see this prawn, and I was like, that looks blue. But then I was like, no, it can't be. It just must be like...
Could have been a vein, you know?
Exactly. I was thinking it can't be blue. Like, it can't be. So I ate half of it, and then this texture in my mouth, it was like raw prawn.
Yeah, but they weren't sick, so I don't think you did.
We don't know that.
I think we could have done a one-off. So basically, Em rang me. So Em's gone back up to the room. We were staying at the venue. She's rung me. I'm just chilling with my friends. She's like, come back up now. And I run up. So I did. I ran because I was like, oh my God, what's happening? I walk in and it's just this fucking smell. Like,
well, it's because I projectile vomited. Like, I there was no like class about it. Like, I was on the toilet shitting. And thank God the sink was just there because I didn't even wipe and I had to go. Bleh.
Oh, fuck you. Oh. It smelled like death.
It did smell like death.
Stunk of
it went
death.
everywhere.
Yeah.
All over my dental flosser.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Why did you use it?
No, I haven't used it, but
I've obviously washed it.
Yeah, it wasn't the best night for you.
I don't know.
But, you know.
That's okay. And then you brought me cake later on.
I did. I brought you cake and you had some Wotsits.
Yeah.
And then I came to bed about
2 a.m.
2 a.m. and I told you how much I loved you.
For the next hour.
I was on a love rampage. Like I was chatting to people because I feel like that night, I just feel like with you recently, I've really understood what love is. And it's like, it's not all.
That's really sweet.
It's not all sunshine and rainbows, and it's like not always as pretty as people.
Wait,
make
so
it
you
out to
say
be.
in the past 3 years you haven't understood what love is?
No, of course I have, but I feel like
you don't love me.
Of course I do. I just feel like since we've had the baby and since like we're a little family, I just get it, and I think I just said I've never loved anything or anyone like I love you, and I was like, I can't describe it. It was just a euphoric feeling I had that night of like just how special you are in my life and how much I am grateful for you.
I feel like you're about to break into a song.
Yeah, it's weird. So yeah, I'm the first in my whole friendship group. There's like a big friendship group of like 25 of us.
Yeah.
I'm the first one, and all of them are very surprised. Not because of our relationship, just because I'm probably like the strangest one out of the lot. Probably maybe the most irresponsible one, and I'm the one having the child.
I know. Like when I see you with all your friends, it's actually crazy how like immature you are. Like because everyone sees you and you're quite like serious and like. I don't know, like don't take yourself. Wait, no, you take yourself seriously, and like I don't know, like but you're completely different around your Welsh friends, and I can see now why they're so shocked that you're having a child.
Yeah, like I turned to Em and I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was revving my leg and I was shaking my leg, shouting something at me.
You don't need to go into detail.
And I said, "Does this ick you out?" And it doesn't. You said it doesn't ick you out.
Well, yeah, because you don't see him often, so I don't see that side of you.
Yeah, I need it. I need that
that's
every now and then.
Yeah. No, it's nice to see a different side of you.
Yeah, but I think they are shocked. No, they're not shocked. Like, they're very happy for us. But it's strange that I'm the one out of all of them.
And as well, ultimately, like, you were the biggest fuckboy.
Yeah. Like rewind 3 years ago, well, 3.5 years ago, before I met you, before I went on the show, I was dreadful. Yeah. I never thought I'd settle down. Mm-hmm. None of the boys thought I'd settle down. And here I am with you having a baby. So it is a bit mad. Yeah. But I wouldn't change it for the world.
I know, we can't, so.
Nah, I'm stuck now, aren't I?
Did I show you my little statue that I got made?
You have, yes. I dropped you off at the statue place.
You did drop me off at the statue place.
Em did something quite creative and fun yesterday, didn't you?
I did. I don't know if it's PG. Is it PG to show?
The other one is, yeah, that one's fine. That one's fine.
Look what I had made. How cool is that?
That's Em.
I stood there stark as naked, and she had a 3D thingy.
Were you fully like naked? Like?
No, to be fair, I kept my knickers on, but she said I could take them off, but they were seamless, so I was like, just blur out at night, yeah. And we don't want any pubes or anything hanging out.
No,
So,
we don't want-
you
we
know,
don't want
better to
pubes in
compact it.
We don't want pubes in the 3D
exactly.
scanner.
No.
So she 3D scanned
Yeah,
you.
she 3D all around my body. Did a couple different poses, but that was my favourite one.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I was so excited. And we're doing like a collab thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was like, oh, brilliant. You know, when can I come pick it up? Or are you going to send it? And she was like, oh, yeah, we'll be ready in about, she went 7 to 8. And I thought she was going to say weeks. She went 7 to 8 months. Months.
That's another pregnancy.
I went, I beg your pardon.
Pardon?
I beg your bloody pardon.
But it's something to look forward to, you know? It's nice.
I said to her, I was like, oh, it'd be nice because I would have bloody forgotten about it.
You would have 100% forgotten about it. Yeah. And that would be nice because you'll be so past, it'll be like 8 months after your pregnancy and you'll kind of forget and you'll be like, I remember
I'll
that.
hopefully have my like MILF body.
You have your MILF body back. Yeah.
MILF body back. So then I'll see that and I'll be like, fucking hell.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be like
a
nice memento.
I'll probably have no tits by then.
So
it'd be nice to see some.
You're going to miss your boobs.
Well, I don't know if they're going to be fully gone by then.
No, because the milk.
Well, hopefully I don't want to be breastfeeding by their 8 months.
You're the milkman now.
I'm not breastfeeding for a year.
What about just a little
That's
bit?
A bit weird
little bit of bitty for him. What
I'll
if he's just
breastfeed for you.
Come on. Just a little bit of bitty.
Oh, no, because they'll have teeth by then, won't they? No, I don't know. Maybe I say this. I have no idea what it's going to be like. I might enjoy it. I might want to. Because I see some women that breastfeed their kids and they're literally like kids, walking, talking,
like adults,
little adults.
Mm.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I don't know about that.
No,
I don't know if I want him dangling off the teat at like 4. It's a bit. That will get funny looks.
Would you get jealous?
No, I should be a bit like, come on, mate. You can eat solids now.
Yeah.
We don't need to be sucking mummy's teeth at Toby Calvary. That's not ideal.
Yeah.
We've also got our shoot on Friday. That's happening.
We have.
What's the vision?
The vision is
I don't know anything.
Do you know like how Gigi Hadid did hers?
Why the fuck would I know how Gigi Hadid did a maternity shoot?
Oh, well,
is that something that I should know?
Wow.
Anyone in here know how Gigi did?
It's very much like classy, kind of simple, but kind of out there. Like, I want black and white.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and it's like the chiffon silk material flowing in the wind.
Okay. A bit like... don't worry. I was going to say a bit like Dune. Another film?
Dune?
Yeah. Like...
With Zendaya?
Just like a little bit weird. And that's like Dune shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think that's cool though. I like that.
Yeah.
What am I doing in that?
Well, I want some of us like silhouette.
Oh, so I'm just silhouette, am I?
Yeah, you're just a silhouette, unfortunately.
Do I need to wear anything particular for it? I haven't got nothing for it. And I don't really want...
No,
I go topless, I've got a gut at the moment. I'm bulking.
You and me both.
Yeah, but I'm bulking.
No, I want you to be topless, just a jeans.
Oh, okay. Oh, you can hide my gut.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
If you said to me, Cam, you can do the maternity shoot all on your own, you design it, and I'm not going to judge it or anything, I would...
Oh, Christ.
I'd have us as like hobbits.
No, you'd have us as Spider-Man and Spider-Woman.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
I don't like Spider-Woman.
Okay, Mary Jane and Spider-Man.
Maybe I'd be Sauron from Lord of the Rings and you could be a little orc.
I could be the goblin. Wait, what's his name? Goblin.
Gollum.
I could be Gollum.
What would I do? No,
the baby could be Gollum.
No. Do you know what I'd do? I would do Khal Drogo and Khaleesi from Game of Thrones because they were kind of... she was pregnant.
Khaleesi.
Yeah, I would do that.
Oh, that's a great idea. We did that for your birthday.
Did we?
I was Khaleesi.
No, but I was Jon Snow. I wasn't Khal Drogo. I want to be Khal Drogo.
Okay.
I'd give myself a ponytail.
Yeah.
And I'd slit. Well, I've already got.
Oh,
I've already got an eyebrow slit.
That'd be hot for your hair.
I'd become Jason Momoa for the day. You'd have to go blonde.
Okay.
And we get some dragon eggs in front of us.
Yeah.
Why don't we just do that?
We could do. Call Anna Lingus.
We'd do that. That'd be so sick. Or would it be tacky?
It'd be fun.
Would it be tacky?
Could be. I wouldn't say no.
Okay. I know I've said this before, but your snoring's become like so bad now. And I honestly, this morning I was like, I think tonight I'm going to sleep in a separate bed.
Well,
no, I think I'm going to have to.
No, cat.
It-
Actually,
'cause you
oh
know-
my God, no. Because actually, when I was getting ready for today, I thought about this, and I was actually thought, fuck you, because you were snoring like a pig last night, and you had your mouth tape on. I was like, how's he snoring this bad?
I don't know. I'm doing that.
I mean,
You were bad last night. I kept having to shake you because I thought you were dying. Because you hold your breath. You do this. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's dying.
Really?
So I kept shaking you. And the thing is, because you're pregnant, I can't push you and be like, stop snoring. But to be fair, I ate 2 jalapeno cheese poppers in my sleep two nights ago.
My
So
God.
I actually can't say anything.
You're a psychopath.
I
He got up in the middle of the night to shut the window. And I know before I fell asleep that he left about 3 jalapeno stuffed popper things on the plate. And when I woke up in the morning, they were gone.
don't remember it.
They were gone. And I was convinced a bird had come in the window and eaten them.
It hadn't.
But then I was like,
there was
no,
no
because there was no crumbs anywhere.
I drank a whole bottle of Prime as well. Don't
Yeah,
remember that.
I know.
woke up and I was like, who the fuck's drunk this?
But the thing
Must
is,
have been
they
me.
were spicy as well. So you
know.
would have gone back to bed like... No, I'm just doing an impression of a snoring.
That's not how I sound.
How do you know?
You are. Do you know what yours is? Yours isn't even nice. Yours used to be nice and it's not anymore. It's like really
I'm
aggressive.
9 months pregnant.
And it's just more like breath. It's like. And there's only a certain amount I can jam those earplugs into my ear. So like tonight we might have to split beds.
Fine, we're
I
separated.
might have to sleep on the sofa bed tonight.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Now we're moving on to the segment of the show where we read out your lovely messages. Please proceed, kind
Thank you.
woman.
Okay, this one is from Kirsty.
Hey, Kirsty.
Hey, Kirsty. Okay, hey guys. I have loved listening to your podcast every week and hearing about your journey. My family became 4 at the start of the year, and me and my husband, our dog, and our baby daughter are so happy in our baby bubble. That sounds like heaven. I've resonated so much with what you have spoken about on the podcast, especially knowing that you are both expecting your special rainbow baby. My husband and I had tried for a child for many years, but unfortunately it seemed like being parents was not meant for us. I always wanted to be a mum, and I knew my husband would have been an amazing dad, and not being able to start the next part of our journey together made me feel so low. I was sad, low and depressed, and it took a while for me to come to terms with what I thought was now the reality of my life. I turned 30 last year, and my husband took me away on a holiday to celebrate and to bring us closer after a long year of us feeling detached. A few weeks after returning, I noticed that my period was late. We had stopped using contraception as I thought that I was not able to have children, but this came as a shock. I took a test and I found out I was pregnant.
We like that.
What followed was 9 months of nerves, anxiety, overthinking, but I was overwhelmed with a feeling of hope. And this January, we welcomed our long-awaited and beloved daughter, Hope, into the world. Oh, my God. We both couldn't be happier, and even though we're both so tired now that she's reaching 6 months, the long journey was so worth it, and I know it'll be the same for you. Sending you both so much love.
Oh, that was a lovely
That was
message.
beautiful. That's probably what my favourite message so far.
That was an emotional one. That nearly got me a bit.
Do you know what? So what she was saying about them trying for so long, and then she got taken. They went away for a 30th. That has happened to a couple of my friends now. Where they're so like fixated on wanting to be pregnant, so it's very like regimented.
Yeah.
Like we need to have sex this day, this time, blah blah blah. It just puts so much extra pressure on on both people. So when she went away and that she was able to relax, that's what people say, and it happened to both my friends when they just kind of not giving up but just relax,
Stop like forcing
stop
it.
forcing
and
it. That's when it happens, and I think that's crazy. There must be some science behind that.
There probably is some science behind it.
Yeah, well maybe just like I don't know, oxytocin or something. Is that what it's called? Oxytocin. That's But I'm so happy.
I'm very happy for
so
Kirsty.
happy. And they're both very tired now for the 6-month-old baby. Yeah, it's what we're gonna have to come.
Yeah, can't wait for it. Can't wait. Thought I was gonna cry at one point. Don't know why. Just an emotional wreck today.
Oh, and I love that she's married.
That doesn't
At
mean
30.
that's their choice.
How lovely for them.
How lovely for them. Agreed. Throughout the whole podcast journey, we've had a lot of different experts on.
Yeah.
I feel like this one is it's very important. I feel very kind of passionate about this one as well. And
Yeah.
I think it's an important conversation that needs to be had.
Absolutely, I agree.
So let's get Annie on.
Let's get Annie on.
Yeah.
Annie, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me. It's lovely to meet you both.
Yeah, you too. Do you want to just give like a brief overview of kind of what you do and like what your charity's about, just for people who don't know you?
Of course. So I'm Annie. I've been working for PANDAS Foundation for around 8 years. And then when I had my 2 babies, I became very unwell when I was pregnant with prenatal anxiety and depression, which is basically a mental illness that you can get whilst you're pregnant. And there was no help out there. I went to see my doctor, and he said one of the symptoms that I had was waking up in the morning and feeling like really numb, like I couldn't move. And I told him this, and he was like, well, just get out of bed quicker, just get on with it. And I was like, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
So basically he had no idea.
No.
He had no idea.
And so I was like, right, okay, I need to find something because I don't want to be robbed of my maternity experience. So I found this charity called PANDAS Foundation, which is the charity I work for now. And they had not a lot of money, not a lot of staff, but a really big need. So the person that originally founded the charity was one woman that was mentally unwell after giving birth. She had postnatal depression, and she went to a local support group and felt like she didn't quite fit in because they were all talking about pooing, sleeping, how baby was and developing, and she wanted to talk about how awful she felt. So she set up PANDAS Foundation, and PANDAS Foundation is the leading perinatal. So perinatal means the period from conception right through to birth and beyond. And we support women first and foremost, and men and their network and carers with everything from low mood and anxiety right through to women that may have been detained under the Mental Health Act. You might know that as being sectioned. And women that are very, very poorly with that sometimes are admitted into mother and baby units. And we offer free support with no waiting list.
It's such a common thing, and you don't realise of it. The more you talk to people, like a couple of my friends have even had postnatal depression, but yeah, it's just such a common thing, and like you say, it's not talked about enough, and like there's not enough awareness around it.
We all have mental health. Some of us have mental illness, so we all have, women and men have perinatal mental health as well, and that's really key. So everyone focuses on mum. There won't be a lot of focus on you, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah, definitely.
But prenatal is the period of conception, trying to have a baby, or actively conceiving and being pregnant right through to your term. So term is when you give birth.
Yeah.
So it can be anything from low mood and anxiety through to obsessive compulsive disorder. We call that maternal OCD. Lots of women experience rage. Yeah.
Wow. Sometimes. Would you say I've got that?
You've been very lucky in terms of, I was very worried because I know a lot about mental health myself just from my own kind of experiences and a lot of personal things over the years, and I was worried that Em might have it because Em's always been very cheery, very kind of positive, never really has any low mood, but I was always worried it didn't. But luckily you've been, in terms of your mood, you've actually been fairly positive.
Yeah, well, we were talking briefly but just before we started recording, but I just feel like within my pregnancy, my journey, I've been very lucky. Like I haven't sort of suffered any hormonal like ups and downs or just general problems that I thought I would have, like even just down to sickness and nausea. Like, yeah, maybe for the first few weeks that I found out I was pregnant, but since then, it's been a breeze, I'd say. But obviously I know it's not like that for everyone, which I think is just so important to speak about.
I think that's pretty amazing because considering You've both spoken really, like, it's really helpful for parents, talked about baby loss and your ectopic pregnancy, if you don't mind me talking about. But having that experience could have been a huge trigger for you for the whole of your pregnancy.
100%. Yeah, but that was like the turning point. You either kind of let that make you or break you. That's what the thought process that went through my head. So that was kind of like the options for us. And yeah, luckily, you know, I just thought to myself, no, this isn't going to define me. This isn't going to, you know, be the end all.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And how have you found pregnancy?
I mean, if I'm honest, and it's not really something we've spoken about much on here, when I first found out, my mental state it was dreadful. It was bad, because it wasn't that I didn't want the baby. It was just, for me, it was a lack of control. It was change. It was like a weird, I don't know. It was something I couldn't really explain. It was
because it wasn't planned.
It wasn't necessarily kind of planned. We always spoke about it. We always said, you know, we want a baby, but I was in a certain point, like with my career, that I was a bit, you know. So it was very strange when I found out. And I tend to, when I process stuff, I'm just really really open with it. So I kind of told Em, and I couldn't hide that from him, but I also didn't want to, because I said to her, I'm going to feel like this now, but I guarantee in a few days I won't, and I'll process it in my head. And like, honestly, I'd say since that happened, I've been like the happiest I've been in years, just for the whole pregnancy, because it's, I don't know, for me, I feel like I've got so much more purpose in my life now, and it feels like I'm not as much of like, lying in bed like a bit of a victim. I'm not feeling as like selfish. It's because it's not about so much me
and
anymore.
Like you said, because you suffer with mental health, like it's given him a reason to focus his attention on something else, and not like focus so much on his mental health. Like, because you're responsible for someone else now. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, and it's not something I've spoken about openly on social media. Maybe I should have, you know, but I've suffered from like depression, anxiety since I was about 21.
Okay. How old are you now?
I'm 27.
Okay.
So it's been very up and down. You know, I even had medication for it at some points. But yeah, since the baby, I mean, to be honest, I've been okay the last few years. It's been much better the last few years, but still have my up and downs. But since the baby,
definitely the happiest.
I'm just the happiest I've been. Sometimes I try and explain it. I'm like, you don't have to explain it, just accept it, and that's okay.
Just wait till you're sleep deprived.
I mean, what I can really see is that you have got, as a relationship, as a couple, really open, strong, listening communication. You really have, and I'm not saying that to flatter you.
It's because I've trained him.
Observation. And so many couples, like, we talk about this, like, so many women come to us and they have a baby and they're like, I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, he's really moody. He should be really grateful. He should be doing this. He should be doing that. And we try and flip the narrative and say, okay, well, how is Dad doing? Does he talk? Because if he doesn't, that's the first sign. So we know, and this is like an alarming statistic that even shocks like me now, that the chances are, so 1 in 5 women will get postnatal depression. So postnatal depression can occur several weeks or months or even up to a year after giving birth. If the mother has postnatal depression, it's 25 to 50% more likely that Dad will then develop his own postnatal depression. So we know that 1 in 10 dads will experience some form of postnatal depression, PTSD. It's different to birth trauma. But what's so brilliant, and I think it's a really good coping mechanism, you may not be conscious of this, but your communication in a way, you've been through a lot already. You're young, you've had your experiences, and you're so open with your communication. And just, if you can keep that going, when you're feeling low, you can pick Em up. And when you're feeling low, you can pick Cam up. And baby will be there. And it will be hard, but actually, you've got each other. So you're all kind of responsible for each other. I see every day those pictures on Instagram of, you know, when you see celebrities and the mum takes a picture of the dad walking out of the hospital with the carrier. It's like, oh, baby girl's here, etc. We say, expect that, but imagine all the words and imagine everything else Dad's carrying with him, because you're not a door frame. We see so many dads that come to us at breaking point, dads that want to kill themselves because they feel so invisible in the parental journey. And you matter. as much as you do.
Yeah.
And yes, you have the physical experience to get through and to cope with and to recover whatever sort of birth you have, but you're watching that all the time. And you're also thinking, what can I do? Am I going to make enough money? Am I going to be there on time? Am I going to send the right messages to the right people? Am I going to be a role model for baby boy? It's a lot.
Yeah, I think it's very refreshing that you're speaking about it, because sometimes on this podcast it's a bit of a controversial point to say, to speak about that sometimes, because a lot of it is on the mum, which it should be, because they're going through the hard work. They're having to actually deliver the baby and go through the physical side of things, but the dads also matter too. And I think that's maybe a conversation that isn't being had enough. I believe, even just with mums and dads, but particularly, I would say just from my point, that's something I would like to speak about more, because
definitely
it matters. Because again, if for example, if I fall, how am I going to help him? How am I going to help the baby? So it's like, well, you come as a unit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is, I think, a bit of a controversial issue, because people have a certain few things to say. If I start saying all about me, they're like, yeah, but what about Em? But at no point am I disregarding them. That's the thing. It's a bit of a difficult one to navigate, I suppose, for me.
Yeah, but I didn't even think of it like that way round about the guys, because you can imagine, like, I probably would do it at some point as well. I'd probably be like, I'm the one that gave birth, like, I'm me. So yeah, it's actually very interesting to hear it from that point of view. Does social media play a massive part in perinatal mental health?
I'm not meaning to laugh, but yeah, because it's so strong. Like,
yeah,
I can't.
like there's like a certain way you should be. You should be doing this. Should be doing this. You should look like this.
Comparison and parenting is the biggest trigger we see from the mums mainly, and the dads that we support. So it's not helped by influencers in terms of projecting an image that is perfect. And you both doing this now is the best possible thing you can do for your not only your audiences, but other people that want to come out of the woodwork, because you're showing the dark and the light and offering signposting within that. So parents come to us, and we have many mums that say, I can't provide this, I can't provide that. I'm worried my child isn't going to have the best life because we can't afford this and this. And one of the biggest symptoms of postnatal depression with mums and with dads is the feeling like you can't bond, so you can't connect. So the connection that you both have in a relationship, imagine that with a child that you've given birth to and you feel nothing. It's giving me goosebumps now. And what we say is, okay, we acknowledge that you feel nothing, and we want to help strengthen that bond, and it will come. It doesn't have to come the second he or she is born. You feel this uncontrollable love and desire and source of, protection and responsibility. It will happen. But we say, get your phone and just film the baby for 15 minutes and you interacting with them. Not you, don't film you, film them, and you can watch it back. And their face will say it all. That's the only evidence you'll ever need. Because no one knows how to be a good parent. There's no book, there's no guide. Everyone just knows their own child. Do you have a network, a family around you both?
Very good support network.
Use it. But also, it's okay to say no. So when you have your baby, you will be absolutely inundated. And that's...
We've heard this a lot, haven't we?
So it's okay to say, do you know what? Back off. So use your network. If they're coming, they need to bring something with them that will help you get through that evening or day. They can come at midnight if they like. Why are they coming during the day? Come at midnight.
That's so true.
Why not?
If you're a real friend, you'd come at midnight. That's so true.
I think we're very lucky with our kind of friends and family. They've all said, if you want us to come in the first few weeks, we can, but also there's no pressure on you.
Good.
And if we do, I'm like, bring food or something. Bring something useful. So I just want to ask, what kind of support is out there and available for people suffering with their perinatal health?
Okay, so every mother from conception will have a booking in appointment around 7 weeks. Did you have that?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you asked about your mental health?
No.
At all?
I think they might have said, like, how are you feeling, like, emotionally, but not really. I don't think they... Actually, I'm not sure if they did.
No, they didn't. No.
okay, so for us as a charity, that's not good enough. The support should be available from the second you are having that initial appointment with your midwife or healthcare practitioner saying, I'm pregnant, let's look at dating scans. If you declare throughout that pregnancy that you are feeling unwell with your mental health, you can go to your GP. However, we know from our charity that there is a certain threshold that you have to meet to get that support. PANDAs Foundation, our charity, did a survey last year around NHS waiting times, and a huge percentage of those women said, I did go to my GP, I had the balls to do it, I said I was feeling awful, I said I wasn't prepared for parenthood, and they turned me away and they felt dismissed. And a lot of those women go home and write out a plan or think about a plan of killing themselves, because it becomes so intrusive, those thoughts, because they're not managed early on. So early intervention is so critical. And then postpartum, you should have a 6-week check where yourself and baby go to see your GP and or midwife, and they will check the physical health of your baby, your physical health, and that is a critical moment for them to be checking in with your with you around how you're feeling. If you were to become unwell with any perinatal mental illness, it's unlikely that you will get support straight away. There's waiting lists for talking therapy, and medication is obviously an option as well, but we would suggest as an early intervention to come to our charity, because we're nationwide. We can support in ever what medium people prefer: text, email service, face-to-face group, etc. With Dad, has anyone throughout this journey checked in with you?
No.
Okay. Have you been at the scans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's ever really.
You've been to every appointment,
Yeah.
every midwife.
Oh yeah,
every
no one's
scan.
ever turned to me and said, "How are you feeling?"
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, I'm very, very lucky. I've got friends and family that I can speak to.
But it's also not just luck. You're both very good at communicating, so you're very good at communicating, I'm presuming, with your close family and network. Do you know what? I'm not feeling all right today, or actually, like, today's okay. I'm worried about baby, etc. And so many dads come to us, and it's scary actually, because postnatal depression isn't stigmatised anymore in women. Like, women are able to say, I had postnatal depression, I think I know someone, I wish I'd known about pandas, etc, etc, etc. Men, we find from our experience, we have several volunteers. Interestingly, lots of them are in like frontline roles, like the army, ambulance service, etc. And we find that once we get people on social media who are dads coming out of the woodwork talking about their experiences, the followers just gently start going up. No one talks, but they just gently start going up. And you have lots of people that are able to talk about, men, I lost my identity, I didn't know what my role was, I was overlooked, I was invisible, I didn't feel like I had a bond. And we actually supervised, I don't know if you've seen it, if you can, there's some amazing clips on YouTube of a storyline within EastEnders about Stuart, who had postnatal depression, and his bond with his baby. We also work with Danny Dyer on her documentary around Is This Anxiety, around young women in their pregnancies. And you see more and more dads, the more people speak about it, ask for help, which is really, really helpful.
Yeah.
So if people want to get involved with Panda, if they want to kind of volunteer or donate, want to find out more about charity, where do they go? Tell us all about it.
Our best social media channel is Instagram. We have lots of influencers on there. We've got a clinical ambassador, Dr. Poonam, that gives lots of clinical advice and tips around the science. You should have a look at that. It's really interesting. But our main source of information is our website. We have lots of sections on there broken down into education and awareness, support, donations, and also volunteering opportunities for us as well.
Thank you so much
Thank
for coming on today.
you both.
Yeah, thank you.
And you'll make such a difference. You will. You'll have loads of
Hope
people
so.
saying, "Oh, I think I had that."
No, this has been a very important conversation.
No,
But
we needed to address it. And because, I may have had a breeze, through my pregnancy, but God knows how I'm going to be feeling, when baby's here.
And we've always said with this podcast is we want to have fun and we want to kind of joke about stuff, but we want to help. And that's like the main thing. And we don't want to follow that kind of stigma of influencers just being like everything's perfect, because it's not.
No.
You know, there's going to be moments,
Yeah.
and there's been moments of pregnancy that's not perfect. There's been moments when we're going to have our baby that it's not, and we want to show all that and show people that it is okay. It's not perfect. You can have ups, you can have downs, but that's the kind of journey.
Thanks, guys, for listening in once again for this episode. I hope it's shed some light on, you know, a topic that isn't really spoken about, and, you know, for anyone that's going through something like this or has been something through like this, I hope it can help.
So we'll put everything in the bio, everything you guys need with all the resources and materials, so you can go check out Panda, and, you know, if you guys need any help, it is all there for you. We'll be back next week.
We'll be back next week. We hope. As long as, you know, someone doesn't decide to make an appearance.
Hopefully baby hasn't come out by this time next week, because we've still got a few more episodes to film.
Yeah.
He can't come out yet.
Yeah, I know. We've got a few.
We've got a maternity shoot, we've got baby shower.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't be selfish, mate. Come on.
Come
you
on.
can chill in there for a little bit longer.
It's toasty in there.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate you.
We've been Cam.
And I've been Emily.
And this is Now Talking Baby.
Now we're talking, baby.